Hi everybody, welcome. It's Abby, the Zen Ren. Hiya. It's been a great summer. How have you been? Good? Good. This will be my third time this summer trying to get this done. Between mystery elves in my computer making big chunks of it disappear and those bad cursey words that I like to say. It's just not got off the ground. So today's the day. Welcome. We're going to do a general reading, and I'm kind of excited to see what we're going to hear about. We've been so wrapped up in pandemic and things like that, and as we're slowly shuffling 2 steps forward and 1 step back on the pandemic business, I'm anxious to see what's a little further out for us individually. So hello, here we go. Today I am using my trusted workhorse, the Rider-Waite. This is a traditional deck. So there'll be my main deck, and this is just, there's no picking, there's no any of that. This is just a general reading for all of us. Pick and choose what you hear. Remember, don't try and make it fit today. Just let it slide around in that noggin of yours. Let it sort of filter, steep, and it'll kind of click into place. That's how clever we are. We have these really incredible minds that we don't use enough of, and they can solve most of our problems. Sometimes they just need a kickstart, or you just need to look in a different direction. Anyways, I have been having a pretty nice summer. A little smoky here, but we are not suffering the fires. We did have a little bit of that crazy heat, and I'll tell you, I'm not made for that kind of weather. What else do I have to do? You need to go get comfortable. Do you like my shirt? It's from a crazy cat, another Leo, and it's called Wildcat Thrifting, I think. Anyways, Wildcat Repurposing or something. She makes these great tie-dyed shirts out of recycled stuff. So I love it. I love it on every level. What else do I need to do? Oh, this crazy hair. You know how that goes. Right, now I can get serious. Take a breath with me. Let's just sort of put all that aside, you know, the messages that, oh, I can't forget to do that. Oh, is so-and-so going to call? Let's just put it all aside. If you're at work, cut it out. Save it. Save it for when you can have a nice quiet time. There we go. Come on down and we'll read these cards. And there we go. So I just want to shuffle a little bit more. I don't feel like my hands are warmed up enough, and I often say the cards will spark for me. I can feel they get a little lively. Sounds kooky. It probably is kooky, but I like it. I like that feeling of, ew, it's not in my control anymore. They're moving all by themselves. This deck's a little sour today. You're not, these guys jumped right out of the box. We had 52 card pickup going on. They are ready. Maybe you need to be the main readers, huh? Maybe we'll switch that up, because you are sparking. Oh yeah, they're jumping. Okay, sorry. We are flexible and we're moving sides. My Italian deck is now going to be the main deck. Okay, here we go. In no particular order. This one really is sticking out to me, so we'll take him. This is where we are right now. This is sort of the recent past. This might be how our heart is feeling. This might be how our family, friends, the universe is looking at us. Here's something to consider, something that might happen. This spot will talk about something that's going to happen that you should probably get ready for. And this little card here, and this little piggy, this little card here is going to tell us about things to keep your eye on. Things coming up in your lane. Ooh, and the Two of Cups on the bottom. I hope you can see that. All right. Let's give these clarifiers another whirl around the park. Oh, see, now he's pouting because I said he wasn't hopping around. Now he's going to hop for me. Well, that's a very fine card to hop out. So we'll keep that one. Now I'm afraid to shuffle because they're bouncing. All right. Like I said, in no particular order, there's no magic, there's no mystic. This is sort of a psychological experiment to see if you can undo all those familiar knots in your mind, in your thinking, in your point of view, and try a different knot, try a different loop, try a different string. How about let's not tie any knots? How about we just become fluid and adaptable and life rolls at us and we're pleasantly surprised? Oh, Five of Cups on the bottom of this deck. And this talks of, crying over spilt milk, despair, just sort of a melancholy look at what's been lost. The trouble with this is there's stuff that wasn't lost, so don't turn your attention to what's gone, turn your attention to what's coming. So interesting cups. You got the Five of Cups and the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups talks of a partnership, and this is a very comfortable partnership. This is a love match. Those people you see for 75 years that are married and literally no friction between them. Could be friends. You'll meet people who have friends from, kindergarten, and they've had them all their lives. That's that kind of partnership. So it's a partnership that benefits you, that you hold in high esteem and care about. Doesn't necessarily mean romantic. It just means one of those people that just fit, your cogs fit together. So both emotional cups. And then the card that jumped out talked of new money and or an opportunity, maybe to spend some money, but an opportunity to get out of your yard. This is the gate, the pandemic gate. We've all had to stay in our yard. Oh, I'm excited. Here we go. What do we got? Ooh, I don't want to spill everything here. I'm quiet because we've got a handful here, folks. We've got a handful here, folks. Oh my, oh my. Okay, I gotta sort of stack them up a bit, though. I don't want to crunch them too much because one card sort of puts the flavor on the next card, if you know what I mean. Of course, that candle, I'm surprised I haven't ignited something already. Holy doodle. Woo! So, while we're both looking at these cards, I need to have a slurp of something. For those who care, it's cherry Kool-Aid. So we have some duplicates. High Priestess, High Priestess. She's reversed and not reversed. Interesting. You also have a reversal, the Four of Wands. You got your Death, you got your Sun, you got your Moon. Wow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4, 5. 5 major arcanas. The rest are minor. All right. Ready? Come on up. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to call us we, because this is for me too. And the first two cards down are interesting. It is the High Priestess, she's reversed, and the Queen of Wands, and she's upright. Not all Queen of Wands are High Priestesses, but all High Priestesses would be Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a feminine energy. Not that that should be trifled with. She is often, much like a Wren, my Zen Wren, underrated. This lady is good at a lot of stuff. She's like a pioneer woman, you know. She just, if she's got to pull the plow to get the crop in to feed these kids, then she's going to pull the plow to get the crop in to feed these kids. No one has to convince her. She understands. She gets the moment. She's not afraid to just jump in and do it, because she understands, again, she's responsible for herself. She's responsible for her own happiness. She's responsible for what happens to her if she doesn't plan accordingly. And so she's a very admirable person. They have a lot of qualities. And she's upright. With her is the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess, again, is a feminine energy. It can apply to males. What it talks about is sort of women's intuition, trusting your gut. And she probably runs a lot of the time on her gut. She just knows. It's easy for her to make the distinction between good and bad, or equitable or non-equitable. She sees it just as clear as a bell. Upside down High Priestess talks about something's blocking you. Either you're fibbing to yourself, or let's say you got a out of control teenager and he's sort of polishing it up a bit for you, and you're buying it. That would cause you to block it. When you take on somebody else's bullshit and you know it's not true, it'll immediately just sort of clog up the gears, and you can't get a true read on anything that's going around you. So interesting. Some strong feminine energy for all of us, and the upright is pretty good, but the upside down energy is, she's sort of the ace. The High Priestess is the gold standard when listening to your intuition. So it's a heavy deal that this part of us is upside down. What are the clarifiers on it? A young male energy called the Knight of Swords. He's one of these, he could be an older guy, but he's one of these guys that never grows up, right? He's always going to drive just a little bit fast. He's going to pass. He likes that. He's going to pass even though he can see the cars coming, but he's a bit frustrated, and he gives in to that reckless stuff. So even though it might be an older person in your life, and it might not even be a male, but it is a male attribute in the case of the cards, this person, it doesn't matter how old they are, they have that reckless 15-year-old boy, first car, wants to hear the tires spin, you know. So you have that energy around, and then this Seven of Cups, again the cups. So these are things that will come to have great bearing on you emotionally. It could be a financial thing, a long dream for your career, let's say. It doesn't matter. What we're talking about it right now is not its monetary attributes. We're talking about that emotional, that it's going to fill you up. It's going to fill your happy cup. These choices are all stuff that could make you finally happy, or so you think. You'll notice that there's choices, choices, choices. You pays your money, you spins the wheel. You have no idea. Are you going to get a dragon? Are you going to get a big pile of gold? Are you going to get a win? You don't know. Or at least you feel like you're just a little overwhelmed. That's the energy around you. So here you are, atop your throne, feeling in control. Deep down inside, you might hear a little drip, drip, drip of a tap, or something's not right. You can feel you're not got a clear connection to that most trustworthy gut that you own. Maybe why is there's somebody kind of pushing you. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It'll be fun, it'll be fun, it'll be fun, it'll be fun. And you're just not so sure. Maybe you're on the right track, but this isn't the one. You're still shopping. But somebody's, look, they're right up there, just right in your back. Come on, come on, come on. That could be pushing you, you not wanting to disappoint this. All those cups we've seen, all that emotion, you not wanting to disappoint this person is and you can just tell it's going to be a square peg round hole. That's why you got your upside down lady. So here we sit, being a little bit inside though. What are we telling ourselves? Here she is, High Priestess, right side up. You're not making the connection yet that this that this feeling of you don't even know what it is. Have you ever had that where you forgot what you're supposed to remember, or you know you should, like, did I unplug the iron, that kind of a thing. So you might be feeling a whiff of that, like you might be singing, oh, that's surprising, and you'd be a little bit surprised that surprised you. How come you didn't sort of know that was coming? Because you usually are on the bit, right? But this time, so you think your intuition is upright. You think you've got this under control. And feeling really strong about it. The sun is clear vision. Bright sunshine, you can see for miles. It also warms your bones. You feel comfortable in that, confident, content. The sun does a lot of stuff for us. So inside, you're not fussing deep down inside, but I really think you're getting a heads up here with this. This guy in my mind is heads up. You're about to run off a cliff, or get some buyer's remorse, or allow something toxic into your life that you never in your wildest dreams would invite. So I think a little bit of self-denial here, with the cards we just saw. You're still satisfied with how it's going, and you still think everything's firing on all cylinders deep in your tummy. So watch out for those little pangs of, it's just a fleeting thought. And for me, sometimes it's like it goes in and out so fast. I have to stop and think, what was I thinking about? Because I didn't sort of give a good think over to what just threw. That sounds crazy, but I think you know what I mean. You have a thought, and then when you finally catch it, it's something you should have paid attention to. Like, hey, don't mail us a reminder for our driver's license anymore. So you have to find a way to remind yourself 5 years from now to get a driver's license. And those are the kind of thoughts that go, whew, is this the year I need a new driver's license? You know, so I'll have to go back and think, what was I thinking about that brought that on? Sorry, I digress. So here we are. Here's our tummy. What's the world seeing? Some more cups. But This would be somebody, I describe this as the fruits of my labor. This is somebody who is enjoying the fruits of their labor. They got there on their own steam. They understood what it would take to get this lifestyle, and doesn't it look like a gym dandy? So they realized to sort of have this confident, abundant, I'm not going to say it's rich or famous. She doesn't look like a superstar. She just looks like somebody who's got everything taken care of. So that's how the world sees you. Again, almost this card, right? This was that card underneath. So you're putting on a brave face, or your facade hasn't moved at all. Everybody still thinks you're in control, except me. I'm thinking there's a little knock, knock, knock on that door. And another young male energy. And this guy is the Knight of Cups. He is a little bit polar opposite to this guy. Well, this guy is, what's that? Girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice, and boys are made of slugs and snails and puppy dog tails or something. This guy is the slugs and snails. He's the rough and tumble guy, and this is the puppy dog's tails. This is a guy with a big heart. He is a romantic dreamer. Great place to be, you know, calm space. But unfortunately, life creeps up on romantic dreamers. They get lost in their dreams sometimes. Maybe that's what's happening here, is you put on this brave face. You've gotten sort of strapped into this yoke of, I've got it all under control. And in the beginning, it was fine. You were a romantic dreamer. But now, either that's getting boring and uncomfortable. We've been trapped too long. And this part of you is starting to get restless. Or you've become so dull from just sitting waiting for the last 18 months for stuff to get going again, that you've lost your edge. Because what's behind you, what's been pushing you, is more cups, the Three of Cups. I call this my girlfriend's cups or my sister's cups. These are three women celebrating, and they're not celebrating a major life event. They're sort of they're celebrating the fact that they're coping every day with the little stuff, making lemonade out of lemons. In this case, it's wine out of grapes. But and finding fun in the work. Did you not? Oh, maybe that's what's going on with these cards. Because here I'm finding this left out in the cold. I almost want to think that either the job, something happened with your job, or you're no longer working, or for some reason, money. And then these, to me, these usually come out as workmates in my mind. And you can see they're working together, so workmates. So maybe behind you, the job has changed. You're no longer working from home. You're no longer, maybe you took a retirement. Maybe your job's fizzled up and died through this last year and a half, and you are not so much, you've missed the money already, but this now is coming into play. This whole emotional nonsense. We all spent the last year and a half worrying about vaccines and masks and all this other nonsense, but have you given much thought to what's going on inside? Like, how lonely are you? How bored are you? How frustrated are you? How landlocked are you? So perhaps that somewhere inside of you, there is that little bubble of left out, feeling left out, or the loss of that good companionship. What might happen? Here's our Knight of Swords again. It's a different deck. So this is what might happen. Interesting, this personality shows up again here. This personality might put you in this position. This is the Nine of Wands, and what it talks about is the battle is over. You're a little bit battle weary. but the war isn't over. So you've come home to dress your wounds, rest up a bit, regroup, figure out where the next, much like this card reading, figure out where the next excitement, skirmish, whatever, is coming from. So maybe could happen. You don't have to let it happen. But maybe this fella is finally going to get his way, and he's going to just, I almost see it like a kid. Mom, 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 that till you just finally break. What? So maybe this personality is finally going to push you, and you're going to feel a little bit trapped, sort of like, ugh, this is going to set me back. I thought I'd be out of this. It's another payment, or it's another commitment of my time, or, it's not your happiest day. You can cope with it, but look at it. I'm going to get through it is the attitude of that. Or this is the outcome that should happen. Upside down Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a little family celebration. Sometimes a little backyard wedding I often think about, or graduation. So it's enough of a party that you're gonna probably splurge out on something, but it's not like a wedding where we're talking thousands or a huge commitment. This is a little celebration. This celebration's upside down. Perhaps that's part of what is driving this energy. They want something that would be something to celebrate, and it's just too early. Like, for example, you have a kid who's bound and bent, they're going to buy this car, and of course they have a salesman. Don't worry that this is $6,000 over your budget. Don't worry, we'll cover you. And so what should be a celebration, somebody's first vehicle or house or something, a benchmark, has kind of got a sour taste for you, because there's a better answer, but you're trying to be respectful of, say, a younger person or another person. Or maybe you're just so sick of fighting with this person, it's like, go ahead, dive off. Sort of how I'm feeling about the people who won't get vaccinated at this stage. I'm sorry. If you choose not to get vaccinated and you get sick, like, I'm kind of burnt out on the sympathy business with that. So you might think it's something to celebrate, but there's still problems. And how sort of unhappy are you about this? How have you ever kind of had a friend or somebody that and they do something that catches you so off guard that it sort of kills a little bit of the respect you had for them, or the little bit of something? It's so egregious. It might not be egregious to anybody else, but to you it's so fundamentally egregious, and you bit your lip and you let it go through, or you participated, or you didn't sort of stand your ground. It's going to make a little bit of a hard spot in your heart. You are done. You are over. And maybe you said, go ahead and buy it. Go ahead and spend the extra money. Go ahead, sink yourself into 7 years of payments on a car that won't be worth anything in 7 years. Go ahead, because I'm done. I'm done fighting with you. That might be what you're saying, I'm done fighting with you, but your heart and your inside is telling you, no, not only am I done fighting with you, I'm done putting any energy into worrying about this. And Lord help you if you come to me in 6.5 years and tell me what a mistake that was, because I might have to say quietly under my breath, I told you so. This person has pushed you hard, and you're like, I'm done. A little smoky here today, and I see my screen is quite glary, but we're gonna push through. Whew, that went down the wrong way. What do you need to know going forward? I just want to go over what we know so far here so I can pull this story together. I don't know what this is about, but I have a little pop-up here and I want it to go away. Thank you. Now that we've seen these characters come up 2 and 3 times, let's just go back and have a little look at it. Here you are, the Queen of Wands. She is the basically the super mom. She's good at everything. She is the carpool mom, the soccer mom, but holds down a full-time job and still manages to, you know, knit baby gifts for her friends. What's the other half of her? Her high priestess. Our intuition, that little voice inside of everybody, male, female, fur, insects, we all have instincts. And yours and mine right now are a little muted or muffled. We're not getting the tight connection that we usually get. And might be this energy that's around us. This is a chaotic, rambunctious, pushy energy that's around us. And he can get carried away. Look, literally carried away. And there's something involved. There's a choice. There's some kind of a choice. You are not even close to choosing this. There's many options in your mind. This person doesn't care. And maybe this isn't a separate person. This could be that child in you that, I want the red car. I want the red car. I want to buy a Corvette. You know? And the adult side of you is like, whoa, who knew? Who knew? Right? So that's where you were at. What are you telling yourself? What is your heart telling you? I'm okay. I think I'm still connected. I think I'm still connected, at least, and I'm not feeling any gray clouds around me. I feel all right. You know, these are pretty good cards. This, you know, you're certainly not depressed. But you might be coming out of something, whether it's you've had to, this usually to me is a work card, the group of work, you're feeling left out suddenly. And it could be that the gang from the, I'm sorry, the gang from the office is just slowly, the ties that bind us are melting away because everybody's been working at home and things like that. So you have had a twinge of that. That's probably been on your mind a lot, is how things have changed in that direction. What might happen with all this? Here comes that energy again. Come on, come on, come on. Pick, 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 pick. And what this person is doing is they're sort of boxing you in, and you're feeling a little bit like you're held hostage. You know, you don't want to fight. You're home from the battle. You know, you don't want to fight about this. So you're trying to sort of hold your territory. But this guy, he is on a mission. Look at him. How's the world seeing us? Again, we got it going on. Maybe we're being romantic dreamers. Maybe we have our gold or our rose-colored glasses on. Maybe we need to maybe we don't take them off. We just need to put them on the end of our nose so we can see things in the daylight. Because whatever family celebration or family get-together or milestone or whatever has been put forth that you should be celebrating, it's not as, it's a whole different. You're going to get through it, but it's kind of your last nerve. We're done with this now. You did it, and we're done with it. And I think this also applies to hurt feelings and grudges. So if somebody has pushed you into doing something and it didn't go as great as planned, and maybe it ended up costing you some extra money, or you ended up wasting 3 vacation days, or who knows what inconvenience was put on you to support some kind of family celebration, say a family reunion that was an absolute nightmare, and you're going to say, been there, done that, have the t-shirt, we'll never do it again. So that's where we're at. Something's pushing us, We're feeling a little bit of pangs about what has passed in this last little while. But there is some kind of a get up and go energy around you. And what do you need to know going forward? Well, now, the moon covered with the death. This card and this card often read very similar to me. Because to me, this is, I am done. Even if I get all these swords out of my back, you have taught me a valuable lesson, and I'm never coming back here, and you're never putting those swords in my back again. So the theme of this, we're done. Whatever journey we were on, it's over. That dream is gone, whether it died or we ran it out to its, natural conclusion. It's over, it's dead. And what is going to replace it? Well, who knows? It's the moon. What a delicious card to finish with. I wanted to know what's in the hopper. What can we all, we've all just come through a pandemic. What's the feeling around us now? Mystery. Look at that wild wolf. And then there's our everyday domestic dog. This is us. Every day we walk that fine line between doing what we want to do, our caveman genes, our wild wolf genes, where we, want to run off and hunt and forage and camp and build fires and be self-sufficient and get out of the rat race. And then the domestic side that says, isn't it lovely to eat at a beautiful restaurant and have a great meal served to you that you didn't chase down and kill? Whatever ended for you, the death, this Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is to me is a death in your mind, where you've just bump. It's over. Never again. Won't trust you. There's a million ways to, you don't have to be mean and evil. The door is closed. So it really has closed. Perhaps this person will move away and you will just let the contact die. But there's our mystery. I'm excited. Let's look and see what that means, because that's the moon. We look so much better in the moon. Our wrinkles disappear. Scars aren't visible. We don't have to expose all our baggage. The moon can make anything seem... Have you ever gone to like a restaurant or something, you're on a holiday and you go and it's all lit up with twinkle fairy lights and it just looks so romantic and awesome, and then the next day you're walking down the beach and you look in this place and it's a dump. It's a dump. There's no paint, and the fairy lights and the darkness hid everything, right? Same deal. The moon allows you to experience whatever you want in your head. It lets you, if you want this to be the most magical day, it'll allow you to be the most magical day. Or you can let your practical self, crash in and rain all over your parade. But what is the mystery? What's the mystery? Is it money? Is it love? Are we going to do something? Are we going to create something? Are we going to make a big life change? I'm just going to shuffle till I feel one that really speaking here, because they're all feeling pretty together. It's all in my head. What is it, moon? Wow. I want another card now. Oh, goodness. So I said, hey, moon, what's the mystery? What's the mystery all about, moon? First card I pulled was the Emperor. The Emperor is, I would describe him as, he's not the king anymore. He's better than the king. He gets all the respect that the king gets, but he doesn't have to put up with any of the nonsense the king puts up with. He's got a throne, he's got a crown, he's got all the riches, but there isn't a hand he has to shake or a baby he has to kiss or a royal duty. He just gets to show up every now and then, and he's gone. The Emperor and the Empress are people who have sort of achieved that final coveted spot of kind of retirement and the wisdom that comes with experience that brings you to old age. So the Moon, the Emperor, and then I thought the Emperor doesn't fit here, so give me one more card. The Nine of Coins. We've seen that before. The Nine of Coins. This is the face, or this is how you usually present to the world. The Nine of Coins. People see you as deserving of everything you've earned. Nobody thinks, oh, she just, her dad gave her all that money or anything. Nobody thinks that of you. They think you've earned and deserve every luxury, every good thing that comes into your life. So that's how the world sees you. So here you are again. Death. Moon, Emperor, Nine of Coins. The Emperor and the Nine of Coins, would say, are very closely tied in my mind. She is a woman enjoying the fruits of her labor. He's a man who's enjoying the fruits of his labor. All his life, he was the king. He did the work. He now gets to retire and enjoy his gold watch as the Emperor. She's put away her pennies all her life, and now she has a beautiful, abundant home life, and she's living it. So these two excuse me, confident and secure energies, male and female. So we are talking about you with this mystery. Something has died. It could even be a physical death. I have to have a cough. Just a moment, please. Hi, sorry, I'm tickled. I think I'll have to move inside. It's getting kind of catching in your throat. And I think whoever your partner is, because these two seem to be the male and the female and maybe you're the quieter one of your partnership, and your partner is a bigger personality than you, or is a little bit older than you, more set. Like he's sitting down. It's not like life is going to physically rock and roll. You're still on your feet. So whatever died, perhaps it died for the both of you. Maybe you find yourself together in this moment of what's going to happen next. And there is the Moon. So I still haven't answered the question. I just found it very interesting that a male and a female, both at the same point in their life, came up to face a death has caused them to look forward, and the forward is very shrouded in mystery. So now I want to know what the Moon knows, please. Moon knows. This is the craziest. This is the craziest. Another duplicate. What does the Moon know? You're going to get an answer. I wish I could tell you what it is, but you will know it. See that lamp? This isn't, not only is this an answer, this isn't just an answer to this question about what's coming up. This is an answer to, how do I make myself happy? How do I find my spot in the earth? Where's my happy spot? This is the key. The Hermit is the key. I think a lot of the times why we aren't happy is fear. Fear that there's not enough, that there won't be enough, that you'll be left, that you'll be abandoned, you'll be alone, nobody will ask. And you can sort of equate those feelings with darkness, right? Darkness makes you very unsure. You know, is something coming? Am I going to step in a hole? It's those same what ifs type scenarios. But why the hermit is so wonderful is he has a lamp and he controls the light. Much like if you realize that no one, and I mean no one, can make you happy. They can make you feel better for a few days because they'll be tap dancing to the tune you want to watch, but that you know that wears away. How you take a lot of pressure off a partner, let's say, is you basically say, I'm responsible for my own happiness. Please stop trying. You're actually just wearing yourself out because it comes from within. So every time you get scared, nervous, frightened, if you have the ability to turn your light on, aka find some joy, ignite your happiness, take the bad, scary darkness away with your light, you never need be dependent on anything or anybody, any addiction, any chemical to make you happy. Shop to take away that horrible anxious feeling, finding yourself in a little bit of trouble. Figure out another way to generate that feeling that you can turn on and off. Some people it's meditation. Some people it's volunteering. Some people it's walking. Some people it's reading. It doesn't have to cost money. So, I told you, you're going to find an answer. Something's going to change. Like change with, like death. Like it isn't like we're just going to sort of modify. No, that part is over. This is death. Something has ended. And you still don't understand all the ramifications, but whatever lies before you has the potential for it to become the light switch. I don't care if you're in a bad mood and you're being nasty and short-tempered with all of us. I can turn that off and turn on my own light bulb here and make the best of it and have a great time. Okay, and with it was the Four of Wands, the Four of Wands. Again, another duplicate. This was upside down. This is family celebrations. So whatever died with the Four of Wands, whatever pissed you off and said, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, has led you to kind of a crossroads. There's a chance to go and do a wild thing. There's a chance to carry on this steady Eddie, domesticated, stay within the lines, but there's also, who knows, maybe you're going to buy a Harley or something crazy. Let your wild child fly. But whatever it is, two established energies have both encountered the death of something, somebody, like it could be anything, in their life that's brought them to this. Which way am I going to go? Am I going to stay in the saddle and be, you know, the workhorse? Or am I going to be that wild pony running wild? Whatever you do, pick the one that allows your growth. Don't worry about the other one, because once you demonstrate that, other people are, you'll be a magnet to other people. People want to know how you feel so good all the time, why you look so happy all the time. And it's literally because I got the light switch. And here comes that happy family, that little celebration. Notice it's right side up. So pay attention. Somebody, something is niggling you, poking you. Maybe it's somebody who's even like, come on, let's do this, let's do that. No, let's do this, let's do that. And you're still like, just a minute. We've just come out of this murk of the last 18 months. I'm still not even sure we're not going to have another absolutely disastrous fall, which might be possible. My fear is that everybody's going to fool around so long that the vaccines that we took won't work anymore, that the thing will have mutated enough. So that's, for example, something that I've been deep down in my tummy, that thought has been there. Maybe you're having some kind of thought like that, where I'm not losing sleep over it, but I should be aware of it. Other than that, you're holding it together pretty well on the outside. But there is an energy that's sort of pushing you, and it's getting to be like a rambunctious kid that you need to tell them to take a chill pill. And they will push and push and push, and perhaps you'll give in which case it just won't be the celebration we thought it was going to be. It won't be, like I say, it's almost like somebody's going to buy their first house or their first car, and they are going, there's nothing you can do to explain to them that car will smell like an old car and get a dent, and in a year and a half you will not be as in love with this car as you are now. So don't sign up for 25 years of payments on this car. Buy a cheaper car. And they won't. They're not. So part of you is sort of like how I am about the vaccine. Take it, don't take it. But, come on, don't. I'm going to edit that. So we saw all these duplicates come up in what do we need to know? What do we need to know? We need to know that there is one more hoop to get over, and we don't even know what it is. It's going to be a surprise, and it'll be a different hoop for all of us, I'm sure. But you're going to challenge it, and it looks like you'll challenge it with a partner, and the result is the same. You may re-examine. Maybe there was a family kerfuffle at some kind of event, and you're like, never again. I'm never, they drink too much. I'm not going to ever do that again. So maybe there was a family kerfuffle. You'll look at it. You won't change your opinion. As a matter of fact, you'll be even more set on the it's dead, it's gone. But while you re-examine that, perhaps you will learn, we're always 50%, well, we're not even 50%, we're 100% responsible for how we react to anything. So maybe that's what's going to happen. Once you figure that out, and it's practice, and trust me, you won't stay in the zone. You get in the zone and it's great, and then somebody cuts you off in traffic and you're out of the zone. So you won't stay in the zone, but maybe those kinds of abilities, and that comes with life, that comes with old age, I think. You stop taking everything so personally. You realize there's an ebb and a flow to everything. You become more patient, and you eventually bring your little family around, and you can start celebrating again. And you can comfortably, rest on your laurels and enjoy all the things you put together. So what's coming forward? I don't know, but it's a crossroads, and we're all going to be at it again. Yikes. But boy, what a possibility for growth. This is one of my favorite cards. So, and don't let whoever's pushing you push you. Here comes the mowers, so I'll cut out now. Peace.